Hi there, my name is Rachel Kaplan, and I am a psychotherapist living, practicing, and sheltering in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm also the creator and host of the podcast, The Healing Feeling Shit Show, and I wanted to share a piece of writing that I made. And now we're going to see if I can still record while being off of the screen. I think so. Corona musical chairs. The music of our lives was humming along as we all chased our goals, circled our loved ones, cycled round this bright sun year after year, becoming who we are, building lives we love. And now this spiky crowned virus spreading like wildflower is like mom, dad, or Uncle Bob at the birthday party, screeching the music to a halt as all the children clamor to find their chairs. You know the game. Not everyone's chair will be there. There are inherently not enough chairs, like capitalism. That's the game. That's the panic when the music stops. Though, too, there is a pain in stopping, overcoming momentum and freezing wherever you are. This pain is what's happening now as the coronavirus has sat us the fuck down. People's lives are frozen mid-rotation, no matter what their plans were. We are forced to pause and be. And to be without as much busyness and external validation to medicate our human insecurities. With 10,000-pound weights of terror and uncertainty sitting on our hearts, pressuring every internal and external structure we know. We are humbled, laid out, and fumbling in the dark. Yet here we are, weeks deep into the biggest freeze, the loudest cessation of the music of our lives. Everything has stopped like never before. Though most of us are blessed to still be breathing, alive, for some, this is not true. Tens of thousands at this point, almost April 1st, have lost their lives to this virus, drowning them in their own lungs. The ripples of loss that have and will emanate from these and countless more deaths are incomprehensible, unimaginable. We talk about it as curves and spikes. We look at graphs to anticipate the outcome because the feeling of sudden, widespread, horrifically grotesque death to so many humans just like us is almost intolerable. So too, it is hard to surrender to rivers of grief when the chaotic winds of terror have us spun around, dizzy yet frozen in place. The music stopped. Some have lost the chair of their lives. Others will soon on this peak or next. So many have lost the chair of their income, the stability and self-respect of their livelihood, though of course they are not to blame. And whether bolstered by unemployment or the rapid translation to their internet offering, suddenly being without the currency that sustains life is harrowing. The music stopped. People are sheltering in place. Some people are packed into houses uncomfortably small with not enough room for work calls, Zoom preschools, me time, and sanity. We joke of pending divorces. But relationships thrive on fertile space of being apart more than 6 feet. These loves will be strained by the aforementioned terror, loss of stability, and constant pressure of crisis and closeness. Being frozen in crowded multi-generational homes expected to wear numerous job titles of professional, parent, teacher, chef, and housekeeper is rough, a tall order indeed. Though perhaps one coveted by those trapped alone in their quarantines. These folks will long for that now forbidden closeness, unknowing when they will again be touched, When will it be safe to hug? We wonder. Whether single momentarily or in perpetuity, newly divorced, or just getting out there again, so many folks have been stalled in acute and indefinite isolation. Not all connections warrant shared leases. Many people love dating, maybe even dating multiple people simultaneously, but are now sheltering alone. We joke that the San Francisco Bay Area has suddenly become monogamous. And fuck if we don't need laughter more than ever now. But while funny, the pain of being pushed out of a love connection is excruciating, even if it's because the consequence of germ sharing makes any former STD scare pale in comparison. Being frozen into solitude with no one to plan for the worst with, or hold and comfort when this new global pandemic business has got you down, is rough, a tall order. Then there are those couples that just broke up but are stuck quarantined together. There are those people that were just about to begin to work on building community in 2020. Those paused midway through IVF treatments or awaiting IUI with dreams of family stalled in the musical chairs of Corona. Those living on the streets with no shelter from this great threat. There are those whose liberation in college has been rescinded, frozen into a forced semi-dependence again. Those whose career change is frozen due to canceled classes, hiring hiatuses, spending freezes, furloughs, and bankruptcies. There is no comfortable vantage point from which to experience this calamity. People are losing the chairs of their homes, the seat of their retirement security. Toilet paper is long gone. We have all lost the status quo. We have all fallen to the floor with any sense of knowing and familiarity pulled out from beneath us. And while certainly the piles of affluence and privilege cushion the fall disproportionately, here we are on the floor together, facing life, death, illness, change, and the unknown as one human family. And while hatred and prejudices flare here and there, and while borders are closing in efforts to protect us and deflect them, can't you feel our unity like never before? Frozen in a momentary timeout with an indescribable weight on our chests, tasked with being still in whatever circumstance we are in to protect each other and to thank those on the front lines who are risking their lives to keep us all safe. Here we are, without that soothing hum of business as usual. We are humbled, laid out, and fumbling in the dark. In this awkward silence, may we see that every discomfort is the reflection of our deep love for life. Every terror is the inverse of our desire for peace. And in the absence of our ability to drive forward greed and hoarding, and come on guys, stop hoarding. And while locked into forced stillness, whether chaos or isolation of our circumstances, while it's harder to medicate the fear of our always inevitable mortality, may we feel the gift that this is our breath right now. May we feel and share the truth that is our love. What a blessing to have lived lives that we want desperately to continue, to have been and still be a part of this gorgeous, indivisible web of life. This ground of love is what we have right now. May it be enough, dear ones. May it be enough. Thank you for your time.